Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another brand new episode of Sunday Travel Updates. As you know, I have some very exciting news for you this week. So before we begin, as you can see on my screen, 98% of you who are regularly watching my content are non-subscribers. So kindly hit the subscribe button and support my channel. News number one I have for you is Indian travel visa applications have surged by 68% in May 2025 when you compare the data back to May 2024. Famous countries among this list are applications to Georgia, applications to Schengen countries, applications to UAE, and also visa applications to Singapore. These four visas have emerged a lot for Indian travelers starting 2025, and it soared by 68%, which is a huge spike in my opinion. Now this is a great news for travel industry, and I hope they offer more easy or more e-visas to Indian passport holders so that we can improve on visiting more and more new countries. The news number two I have for you is Thailand is crowned as the safe haven for solo female travelers. Now, a lot of people ping me and ask me on Instagram which is the safest country for solo travelers, especially solo female travelers. Now, as you know, there is always a skeptical condition or reasoning saying if I'm traveling solo, whether you're a male or a female, few countries are safe and few countries are unsafe. Now I get this question a lot, guys, whether it is Laos, Cambodia, or whether it is totally in the west, but Thailand has emerged out of all this because of its security and safety to all the travelers. To all the females out there, Thailand is a very safe place. Even Japan was in this list among the top safest countries for solo travelers, but Thailand is been crowned and it's right up there. So without hesitation, you can go to Thailand and enjoy your time without any trouble. News number three I have for you, which would make a lot of people smile, is Indigo is going to start its direct flights from India to Europe, especially countries like Amsterdam and Manchester. Now, Indigo, as you know, is a low-cost airline, even though a lot of things, a lot of amenities like food or even water is not provided free of cost on Indigo flight. But considering that Indigo offers one of the most cheapest airlines available when it comes to long distance. Now, I went on an Indigo flight from Delhi to Istanbul back in 2022 December, and when you compare to different airlines, whether it is Turkish Airlines or whether it is Emirates, Indigo price was unmatchable and unbeatable, guys. Like I said, there is also downside to this, but the positive news about this is the flight charges are going to be economical. So you should have no complaints when flying through Indigo when you miss out on a lot of other things. Now, you know, direct flights to especially places like Amsterdam is very frequent with KLM Royal Dutch Airlines, and that comes at a very, very high price. But Indigo starting direct flights, such a long distance flights now to places like Manchester and Amsterdam, is a great sign for Indian branded airlines flying so far. You know, Air India does fly, but there are very limited flights when it comes to Air India to UK and Europe. Since COVID-19, the flights have majorly reduced. So this is a fantastic sign in terms of Indigo coming up with larger flying in terms of long distances. Next news I have for you is China's 24-hour transit and tourist visa for Indians is already active since May 13. So just to give you a small example is, let's say if you're going from India to Japan or South Korea, and if you're going via Beijing or any city in China, you can change the terminal, change the flight, and even change the airport and go to your destination if you feel the flights are much cheaper from China. I know many of you have complained in this video where I explained detail about there is no direct flights from India to China. Guys, direct flights were there till 2019, but since COVID, India and China discontinued direct flights due to lack of passengers. Now they have made an agreement recently saying that there will be direct flights from places like Mumbai, Delhi and Kolkata will fly to cities like Beijing and Guangzhou. Now if you are reaching on an Indian passport, if you are going, let's say, from Bangkok to Shanghai or Beijing, from Beijing to Korea, that is Seoul or Tokyo, you can change the terminal, one thing, and go for a cheaper flight. The second most crucial or most beneficial option is you can explore China for the 24 hours, no questions asked. All you have to do is, before boarding the flight in your source country, you just have to inform them that you are going to use this 24-hour transit visa, and this 24-hour transit visa is not just for Indian travelers, it is for the entire foreign nationals, whoever is transiting through China, and it is a great move by Chinese government. The next news I have for you is, as you know, Indians have ditched Turkey and Azerbaijan due to the recent conflicts with Pakistan, and countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Egypt, Jordan, Malaysia, Thailand, UAE and more have emerged as the top destinations. Now Georgia was recognized one of the top destinations due to its beautiful nature, and because of restrictions or India wants to boycott Turkey and Azerbaijan, these countries have emerged as the go-to countries when it comes to Indian passport holders. Now you know, getting a Schengen visa is not everyone's cup of tea, guys. The documentation that has been asked for Schengen visa is deadly. Really, it's very deadly, and Indians lost over 600 crore rupees due to rejections because of Schengen visas, US visas and lot more European country visas. So if Schengen visa is not really your cup of tea, you have places like Georgia, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, which give you those Europe vibe in especially a few cities, which would really attract more and more number of tourists. So this would be a compromise for Europe, and this gives you great European feel, including countries like Serbia. So if you miss Europe, if your Schengen visa got rejected, no problem, guys. Try visiting these countries, you will get the same vibe and same feel just like Europe. Next news I have for you is Singapore's Terminal 5 is under construction and it is expected to be completed by 2030, and they are saying that this Terminal 5 would be the biggest out of all terminals in Singapore. Now Changi Airport is one of the most beautiful airports and the busiest airport in the entire world. Now this is being talked about a lot. A lot of people transit through Singapore to see their beautiful airport and also Jewel waterfall. Now Terminal 5 is expected to be bigger than before and bigger than all the 4 terminals, which is going to be really exciting for Indian passport holders, because Singapore is just 4 hours away from places like Bangalore, Chennai, Kerala, Mumbai and also Hyderabad. So this is going to be very exciting in terms of the new terminal which is going to come in Singapore, and what they offer is what we have to look forward to. The next news I have for you is Schengen visa applications. Now Schengen visa applications is a major discussion now, and which are the easiest countries giving Schengen visa for Indian passport holders. This is not generic. I've made a dedicated video on this, guys, so please go through the video. And the acceptance rate compared to rejection rate is very good when it comes to these countries. I'll be making a lot more videos in detail about the same topic, so please stay tuned to subscribe to my channel so that you get these updates. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these travel updates. I'll try to post more and more videos on similar topics this week, so please stay tuned to my channel. I hope this information is very, very helpful to you. I'll catch you guys in my next video.